So my last video was about being played, how I think in so many ways we are all being played. And I wanted to expand on that and give you a little example about, I talked about politicians, and I see that the political parties in Washington, D.C. is like a professional wrestling match. You got the two wrestlers, and they hate each other, except, when the match isn't going on, they're having cocktails and shooting the bull together. But during they're fighting, and it's almost like it's a staged deal where, okay, you win for a while, then we'll win for a while, and we are supposed to believe that they're working in our best interest. That's hard to believe. At least it is for me. Let me know what you think. You think that you believe what those politicians say on either side? I have to look and go, part of that may be true. Part of that may be true, but that's just me. Let me tell you a little story. Did you hear the one about the traveling salesman? This guy was looking for a place to live. He was setting up a new territory. So he was driving around. He went to this small town that was obviously economically they were experiencing some difficult times. Beautiful little motel though. I mean, nice, beautifully landscaped, nice, big too. He went in and the guy's like, "Oh my God, thank you. Got a customer coming in." Salesman said, "I'm looking for a place for probably 3 or 4 months. Okay, can you put me up for 3 or 4 months?" The guy's like, yes. He says, "You know what? Can I stay one night, and I'd like to look at your rooms." He says, "Here's the pass key. Here's the master key. You go look at all the rooms. You pick out the room you want. You stay for 3 or 4 months, and you can have whatever choice of rooms that you want." So he gives him the master key. He said, "I'm going to pay for one night." He said, "But I need a deposit. I mean, if you want the price that I quoted you, you're going to have to give me a deposit for 3 months." "Okay, I'll stay one night. Here's the deposit for 3 months." "Thank you. Here's the master key." The guy takes off. He starts checking out all the rooms. The motel guy locks the door, runs down. He pays the landscaper. He owed the landscaper thousands of dollars. The landscaper says, "Oh, thank God. I was almost ready to cut you off." The guy goes back to the motel. Landscaper runs to the repair shop. The repair shop says, "Oh, thank God you're paying me. I was getting ready to cut you off." Landscaper pays all the money to the repair shop. Repair shop goes to the feed store and has to pay his feed bill. The feed bill goes to the auto repair shop. The auto repair shop guy, he has bills to pay, so he runs over here and he pays the dry cleaner. The dry cleaner goes over here and pays the call girl. And she says, "I was about to cut you off," but now she got all her money. You know what the call girl does? She runs back to the motel and she says, "Here's your money. Our debt is paid." And the guys at the motel say, I got my money, and I paid off all my bills." And here comes the salesman. He says, "You know what? I checked out all the rooms. This place really isn't for me. I'll pay for tonight, but I need my money back for the 3 months prepaid deposit I gave you." He gives the money back. What happened there? Nothing. Everybody got paid off. I was busy. He was busy. She was busy. They were busy. We were all busy. We got our money exchanged hands. And what happened? Finally, the guy comes back and takes it back. Is that the way you see? Can you see that happening in life? We all work so damned hard. We do. And when we're young, especially some of us when we're older, that we have so much debt. Collectively, as a society, we have got, as Americans, we are drowning in debt. We're like the guy that owned the car parts store and the motel, and we're like all those people. I'm not. I've been working for the last many years to try to not be that person, to not have to have that money to pay to somebody else. My point is, as our economy, I say this often, as our economy continues to get tougher and tougher, and people are forced with making decisions. Do I do this or do that? Do I cut off that streaming service or do I pay my whatever bill? We're going to be faced with those tough decisions. My advice, my suggestion, it's not a bad thing to stop passing the buck. Don't go in debt if you don't have to. If you have the means to go in debt to pay it back, then that's one thing. But don't get, as they say, over your skis. Be thoughtful. What can go wrong? I look at things and go, you know what? I go to the bank, go to drive up at the bank. There's 3 lines. There's a long line there and a medium line there and the short one there. With my luck, I go to the short one. I mean, right? Guess what? The person in front of me can't find their wallet, can't find their ID. They're trying to apply for a mortgage, whatever, and everybody else gets in there before me. That's just my luck. Doesn't happen all the time, but often, too often, that's for sure. I try to look at things and go, wait a minute, which line's going to be best? Which debt, which thing am I going to buy? Do I really want to finance it for that long? I recently listened into the Camping World investor phone call. Every quarter, these publicly traded companies have an investor call, and you get to listen to their pitch, whatever, and what they project for the future. And one of the things that jumped out to me was they were talking about their business could continue to be strong, and they're basing that on people buying payments. If we can just keep the campers' payments to $139 a month, or maybe $149 a month, we should be able to continue to blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, what kind of RV could you buy for $149 a month? Seriously. How many months would you have to be paying for that RV? You think it's going to last as long? $150 a month on a payment? Sounds good. What about in 10 years, 15, 20 years, however long the note is? Don't buy payments. Don't get played. Remember the traveling salesman story about the motel and going from here to here to here to here to here. Don't put a financial anvil around your neck that you will never be able to get rid of, because you will have to carry it for a long, long time. I'm seeing the lenders, they're starting to wake up. In my opinion, that's a good thing. They're being put more restrictions on their RV loans. And like I said, that's a good thing, requiring more of a down payment, a higher credit score, shorter terms. No, you will not perhaps be able to buy the RV that you could have bought for the same payment, a year or two ago. Interest rates are high, prices are high, but you don't want to get that financial, that noose. You don't want that anvil tied around your neck. You don't want that, I don't think. Don't be like the people that I described in the traveling salesman story. Don't do that. Pay. They pay. Everybody works their tail off and got nothing. If you got an RV, go out and enjoy it. If you can afford to buy an RV, go buy an RV. But be careful about what you do and don't get played. Let me know what you think of this video. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, I certainly hope you will. I'm Alan Warren with a little bit of Wingman wisdom. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. I'll see you next time.